What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Paragone podcast. It is going to be me today, the Broman, and Wooshu, our beloved guest, procrastinated on homework, so he will not be joining us. So you get a two-man podcast, a little bit shorter, but you know what? Just as funny, or just not as funny. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, we got some topics for you guys today, and yeah, I think we're starting with some Monster Hunter. Kind of like our recent obsession. My long.
No, wait. Actually, sorry. Hold on. Before we start about Monster Hunter, we actually have to.
Don't you ever interrupt me again?
I'm gonna interrupt your ass every time. Anyways, we got to talk about what our podcast name means. Paragon, or also known as like Paragone, or Paragone.
That's right.
It's an Italian word. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, so don't quote me on it.
Fuck you, Italians.
I gotta bleep that.
I have to bleep that. Whatever.
We don't mean any ill will to Italians.
I do.
Please explain. Anyways, so Paragon or Paragone, the word is actually it was originally during the Renaissance, the Italian Renaissance. It was a great debate about the great arts. It involved debating about like whether or not if painting, sculpture, architecture, engineering were like the key like major like prosperous like art forms during the time, and actually also like for the future as well. So that's basically what Paragon means. It's an actual word other than the actual word of paragon meaning you are a master at one thing. So like you're a master, you have a paragon in painting or something like that.
Boo, learning, boo.
You, Roman, have a paragon in gaming, or a paragon in weightlifting.
Weightlifting. Yeah, I wish I had a paragon in fucking gaming, dude. Oh my god. I would drop my job so fast. So fast.
Quicker than a rock on gravity.
Oh yeah. Fucking ridiculous. But we also kind of picked the name because I think in a previous episode we mentioned that we both watched a YouTuber known as Mr. Fruit. And in one of the videos, they were doing some sort of spelling bee type thing, and he asked one of his friends to spell the word Paragon, not Paragone, and he said Paragone. And then everyone's like, no, that's not how you spell it. And then
literally para and then gone.
And then afterwards, once Epic released the Battle Royale for Fortnite, they took all the devs off of Paragon, moved them to Fortnite, and then they shut down the server, shut down everything for Paragon. So technically it was Paragon. And then we made the podcast name Paragon with the E at the end, not knowing it was an actual word beforehand.
Yep.
So yeah, that's kind of the genesis of how we started the podcast, or at least how we got the name for the podcast, at least.
Mm-hmm. And if you think I'm lying, check up on Oxford Art Institute. It's
boo, more learning, boo.
Fucking college dropout.
Fuck you. Hey man, I'm already putting money into my fucking retirement. What are you doing? You're burning money away, you fucking film student.
Yes and no. I actually do have a retirement saving. Oh my god, my camera.
Stop drinking water. Oh my god. Anyway, so our actual first gaming topic is going to be on Monster Hunter World, our most recent obsession. Again, as I said before, I'm sorry.
We're just hitting the mics all day today.
Right. Fucking cameras are fucking focusing on the wrong shit and smacking around mics.
Yep.
But it's been my long-term passion since like Monster Hunter Tri, which came out like in 2012?
I thought it was like 2010 or some shit like that.
Anyway, I've been playing the game for like 10 years, and I have like 4,000 hours across like all the games. And I always tell these guys like to brag and shit because they're a higher rank than me. But yeah, they're always first to die anytime we do a hunt. I'm like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, not dodging.
Yeah. And I keep trying to tell these guys how to play the game. Like, I'm gonna do it how I want to do it, actually. And then some random person in Twitch chat or they'll come across some Reddit thread. They're like, hey, this guy has some pretty good ideas. I'm like, you mean everything I've been fucking telling you?
I've only done that like maybe 2 times.
But it's been me, Matt, Woo, and another friend of ours named Langdon. And it's been a long journey, and honestly, it's been super fun. Like the other day when we did Behemoth, and we killed it too fast.
Yeah, we killed it too fast, and then basically it was like, so there's like meteor comets that like land, right? And he does that's
in these giant stones, like they stay there when they're targeting you, and they'll drop down slowly. But they're meant to block his like big meteor that comes down and it just wipes out the whole map.
And
like there's no dodging it.
And he himself can just swipe the rock and break it, and we don't have protection from it. We had maybe 1 on there on the map, right? We had 2 on the map.
We had 2, but I think Langdon put them like in the corner.
I put it on the corner on accident.
Oh, you put it in the corner?
Yeah, because it was just, I couldn't get there.
That's fine. Shit happens.
And basically, he broke the second one that was meant to save us. But basically we all died. Langdon successfully did the Final Fantasy jump, which is an emote that you can do to dodge the attack, but you have to time it just right. And the emote like kind of like teleports you up into the air, and then just like for a brief like couple seconds like you're safe. But yeah, he made it. We all died because we couldn't get to the rock because we hit him so much.
Yeah, it's like we killed it just way too fast.
Yeah, which was crazy. I was just like, God damn. I was laughing my shit off because of how funny of a mistake that was that we did. But yeah.
Well, Iceborne's really like what got us back into the game because I played it a lot on PS4. I think I had like 150 hours on PS4.
I know you had all the dual blades.
All dual blades in the game, all the best sets. The only thing I was missing is some augmentations and some jewels. And then like I just skipped all the events because I didn't think they were that good. But when it came to PC, I started it. I really didn't get into it that much because I was really burnt out from PS4 because it was kind of like a really like dry spell. But then once Iceborne came out, these noobs started playing it again. I was like, yeah, okay, I'll hop in for a little bit, I guess. And then I just started owning it again. I was like, fucking Christ.
And it just feels good.
Yeah, they hooked me back into it. It's like giving heroin to a heroin addict, an ex-heroin addict. And like on my while I'm at work, I'm like listening to guides and what I've missed in Iceborne and all the strongest shit and stuff like that. Oh my god! But it's just so fun, like getting back into like a game that I loved for so long. And at first, I really wasn't a fan of Worlds. I thought it was like Monster Hunter, like technically it is on super easy mode, but at the same time,
I agree with that.
But at the same time, there's stuff like implemented, so it's not super easy. Like you have tempered and arc-tempered monsters and stuff to make the game a little bit harder. And all the armor sets look fucking sick.
Yeah, and it was like, you want your dual blades back? Here you go. Here's them with chains, like they're commas now. I was just like, these aren't dual blades, they're commas. It looks so sick.
Okay, so the one thing that frustrates me about that specific set of dual blades, I don't know if you want to throw an image up on the screen right now if you're too lazy for that, but essentially, like there's 2 like blades with one hand, so technically you have 4 blades altogether. So when you're swinging them, you should be hitting them 2 times 2 times with one swipe. But it doesn't work like that. It's just for show, which kind of pisses me off.
Right.
And I think that's what, in my head, I think they should be even stronger than what they are. But that's besides the point. That's just cosmetic stuff that shouldn't be in the game.
But it is, and it looks dope. So.
Oh yeah. And like I know you guys, you stuck between like Charge Blade, Switch Axe, Insect Glaive, Those are even your main three. Matt's been the one who's going like up and down the whole fucking spectrum.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of like experimenting at least with like those ones, those three mainly, and then that, and including hammer, and then now heavy bow gun. So give me a
really?
Yeah, to give me like a ranged aspect, you know, to
Yeah,
the
yeah,
game,
yeah.
right? Because I know Matt's doing the bow, right? And that takes files, right? But I was looking at like the heavy bow gun. I was like, ammo consumption? They give you ammo for free, right? And then it's really simple, right? To craft. You don't need files to craft ammo. All you just need is the berries. And it's just like,
it's all over the fucking map.
It's all over the map.
Like 60 per one pickup.
And it's super simple. And so it's just like, this is perfect because I've collected so much, right? Playing this game. I've never really played. I have like almost 200 hours now on Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Plus Iceborne, and then I've collected all this shit, right? All these berries that I never knew what to do. I just collect for the sake of collecting, and basically, yeah. Now I have like a shit ton of ammo. Right now in my farm, cultivation farm, I think I have latch berries, sticky berry, or all those berries, like 4 types of berries, and it's just like these are my essentials.
I think you should like, I would say hard main, insect glaive, and then a heavy bow gun, because heavy bow gun can deal out some damage.
Yeah, I was thinking about that because especially the like cluster bomb ammo, man, that thing it hits. It hits.
Have you seen people just like destroy Nergi in like 2.5 seconds?
I have not seen those yet.
It's like it's a 4-man, and that's all they're fucking using is the cluster bombs.
Makes sense.
It's ridiculous.
And the wavering ammo looks so sick.
That's the cool thing about Monster Hunter is that they've really like done a good job with Iceborne. They've done a really good job with balancing things. Before Iceborne, it was Charge Blade, Great Sword, that was it. Everything else was like, if you're trying to speedrun stuff, go ahead and use Longsword, but other than that, it was just those two if you want to do max DPS.
That's true.
And have best survivability. But now with Iceborne, I feel like they've really balanced everything out.
It's kind of like Insect Glaive. Insect Glaive was pretty. It was fun.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
It was
really
usable, but it wasn't viable.
Yeah, because like it didn't have that like. It's called a descending thrust. I think that's the new move. You hit a lot. Like you hit hundreds on your for the damage score.
It's pretty much an aerial longsword, honestly.
Pretty much. And then always your bug, your Kinsect is always your best friend, because when you when you do the descending thrust move, it also sends out your bug because it counts as like a marking of target, which is pretty fun. And you basically get your insect to help you too more often.
And the other thing about Monster Hunter is just like you're like 9 times out of 10 you're just never done with the game. Yeah. Like my friend was asking me, he's like, so how do you beat the game? I'm like, you don't. It's just like
you keep going.
Even like if you get like the best gear and stuff, you're like, okay, but like now I want like every great sword in the game. Like me, it's like I want every dual blade in the game. And like now that's gonna take like even longer now with Iceborne. Like if I did that on my PS4 account, I would have been way further ahead. But
yeah. I've been debating too whether or not if I'm at that moment where, do I go for every insect glaive now? So like right now I'm trying to go for Silver Rathalos and Gold Rathalos, or is it Gold Raytheon?
Gold Raytheon, you got it right.
Oh okay. But yeah, those two, it takes a while because in the Gilding Lands, which is I guess it's kind of like end game content.
I haven't looked at any of it.
Yeah, you haven't gotten to that point yet. You still need to kill Sharash Valda, which is technically the Iceborne like main boss.
So stupid, dude. We should have had it yesterday.
Like, you two got
three different times. We should have had it.
That like big like combined like blast. That
Sonic wave blast that does.
Yeah. Collateral to you and Langdon.
Oh, so stupid. I mean, who died before that?
That was Matt. I think it was Matt. Or no.
It doesn't matter. It still double killed us, and that was the thing that ended it all. Oh my god.
You didn't know about the big spirit bomb?
Yeah, that's what fucking killed me on our like second or third run, and that was like our last. I kept telling you guys too. It's like once we get down to one like
just abandon,
and you guys are like no, it's almost dead. We got this. I'm like no. I shouldn't have listened to you guys.
Almost. But yes, no, we will listen. We did beat Ancient Leshen.
I was actually just about to bring that up. I was
Yeah.
like, how good did it fucking feel when we beat? And that's a weird thing too. It's like we're all like iceborned out,
Mm-hmm.
so like it shouldn't even been this hard, but it still took us a couple tries to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I gotta say, like when we did it that last run, we actually like just destroyed it. I don't think any of us. I think Langdon might have died at the beginning, but I think that was it.
Someone died. I can't remember. Yeah.
Let's just say Langdon. He's not here to defend himself, so let's just say it was Langdon. Because 9 times out of 10, it usually is him.
If he's gonna watch this, sorry, Langdon, my bad.
I'm not sorry, Langdon. That's from me to you.
Big Papega.
Yeah, I know Langdon's a fucking big old papega.
Oh, I've been every time I'm in the the Monster Hunter chat, right? And he pops on. Sometimes I'll just call him, "Get in here, you papega." But yeah, no, if beating Ancient Legend was so satisfying, especially because it's like dumb moves with the birds. It just shoots out. There's
Not
no
even
way to
that one. It's
defend
just like
those.
being close to it
yeah.
damages you because of the birds. I think that's such a dumb mechanic.
Mhm. But it's kind of, I guess, I don't know. It's kind of like similar to like Tailstra's burn. Aura.
That's true.
Yeah. So
Luna's I think is worse though.
yes.
Because I don't like, because even with high dragon seal, I don't think you can stop it. I think Teo you can stop, but Luna you can't. God, I hate Luna. Luna is probably Luna's for me is the hardest fucking elder dragon.
I learned a lot to tolerate that monster because like when I was going for the Assassin's Creed like stuff, you had to fight Pickle, Odo, and Luna within the same quest, and I grinded that out just cause it was easy, because there's a bunch of other people doing it, and their health was a little bit easier, a little bit smaller, and you're basically in an arena, so you just pop the Dragonator, right?
Oh really?
On Luna.
Oh, I didn't know it was in the arena.
But I learned of a tolerance for it, so it's not that bad for me anymore.
And like what they're adding Raging Brachydios and Raging, but
Rajang.
but it's like Rajang, but it's like Inferno. I think it's Inferno, Brachydios, and Raging Rajang. I think they're adding two more like they're adding two more like sub species to the game that are actually even supposed to be even stronger than their I guess actual forms.
And Brachydios already is a pain in the ass. And Rajang.
Kinda. Actually, I thought Brachydios was kind of easy. I haven't fought Rajang yet.
Yeah. Was Rajang in any other monster?
Yeah, he's like OG.
Oh, okay.
Brachydios is probably like the newest one that they've added.
Okay.
Obviously, besides the Elder Dragons I haven't seen yet. Like, I almost want to tell you to go back and like go look at some like the Monster Hunter or the monsters from Monster Hunter 4 and Cross and Double Cross. Like some of those like end game Elder Dragons are fucking badass.
Well, because like what they just brought in, they just created Namiela.
Yeah. He's not he's new.
He's new.
And everyone thought he was gonna be Chameleos.
I see.
It's just a chameleon.
Okay.
Chameleon
Yeah,
dragon.
I've seen Virtue, Brother Virtue talk about that chameleon. And he brought up a very interesting, to quote him, he brought up an interesting like concept, whether or not when they reveal that Chameleos, right, that like it would like give you like a kind of like a flashback of like everything you've done in Monster Hunter World, right? And it's just from its perspective, so it's just been watching you for this whole time, right? So I think that was a fucking awesome like concept that Brother Vichu come up with. I don't know if he got that from someone else or anything, but if that was just his, but I think that would be
pretty sick.
That'd be sick. But yeah, no, Rajang is, God, he sucks.
Really?
Yeah, he just sucks ass because did he always have like a thunder thing? Okay, yeah, I hate that. Even on like with Insect Glaive, he just knocks you out of the air. I'm just like, I can't. I'm about to bring a shield.
Like we thought that like some older dragons could close like the gap super quickly. No, fucking Rajang, he closed the gap
quick
like, instantly.
I just see him. Just
I'm like, I only fought him like
counts in.
a handful of times, like, because I would never fight him for his gear or for his weapons. I'd only just do him just to like, get like my side quests done. So like I've only fought him like a handful of times. That's why like when it comes to like Brachydios, Rathalos, I can probably do those both with my eyes closed. They haven't added like too many new moves.
Right. Brachydios gear, pretty good. Just FYI for like explosive, if anything. And then would you go for the Rajang gear if you saw the gear? If it was good?
I don't know what it has on it. If it had like everything I needed for dual blades, and probably. I think what you have right now is pretty good for dual blades. Actually, the anomaly armor.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, the Nami armor is pretty good for that. Because doesn't dual blades use a lot of stamina? Okay, yeah.
But we're still waiting on what's the adult version of Xenojiva. There's an adult version of
Safijiva.
Safijiva, that's the one. We have to wait for him to come out, and that's when I get like end game shit. Because the video that Langdon sent me is like you grab his dual blades with another set, or I think you grab his boots, Kieran's gauntlets, and the rest is Valkyana, and you're doing 100 per swipe.
That's terrifying.
Oh yeah.
That's pretty cool. Will there be anything else, any other like different end game after Safijiva? I mean, that's
well, like end game, like Elder Dragons.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. Like they're gonna update this game forever. This is gonna be like our generation's Phantasy Star Universe. Because Phantasy Star Universe came out like in 2006, 2008.
That's old.
And like apparently they've just been updating it like forever. I'm like, holy shit. So, because I just watched another YouTuber's video on it, and he's been saying that like like it just has like 8 years worth of content, so like you're never gonna run out of content. So I'm very excited for it, honestly, because I used to play it a lot on the 360. I used to play the free version, which would get reset like every like 2-3 months, and then they eventually just took it off like the free version.
Would you lose your like stuff?
You'd lose everything. But I loved it so much that I would just do it all over again. Like that's how addicting like the grind would be.
What was the Phantasy Star Universe really about? Like, was it like a looter shooter,
like
or was it like type of game? Was it like a looter shooter MMO?
Yeah. So just imagine like Destiny third person, but way more in depth and way better.
Did it have a better story?
Up to any game, I could read the back of a fucking milk carton. Probably has a better story than Destiny.
Oh.
Okay, sorry. The story that it tells you in the game, the lore is way better. And I've thrown. I should probably shoot like Bungie a couple emails. I have so many ideas like how they could expound upon their lore, but I don't know. Because like they said that they don't want to like move on from Destiny 2, and even Dado says like I don't think they're ever gonna move on from it, but I think they should, so that way they can really get like really established.
Like I wouldn't mind if Destiny 3 like restarted everything.
Don't call it Destiny 3. Call it Destiny like something. But
like if literally like we had to restart from like when our ghost found us, that would be fine, right? And then do everything, Vault of Glass, Crota's End, the House of Wolves.
Yeah, but like mix everything into like the fucking game, because like Destiny 2 right now is trying to like take everything and bring it into from D1 to D2.
Yeah.
But I think they should just
start
all over, but bring everything in.
Yep.
And then again, like you said, start from fucking scratch.
Just a fresh start, everything, and then slap a new coat of paint on it, maybe. Or at least like, hey, if whatever story guys wanted to tell before, whatever happened in between all that shit, right? Tell it, just don't.
And I think like even like you'd essentially like I was gonna say double the loophole, but like the amount of shit we had in Destiny 1 to bring it into Destiny 2, it'd be so much shit. That's
a clusterfuck of equipment.
Exactly, but like I think it'd totally work though.
Yeah. I think that would be interesting. And then also, please fix like certain game modes, like Gambit, guys. Don't don't give us heavy when we invade or supers. Just make it a clean gunfight or knife fight, you know, that kind of thing. Just anything but that. Don't get us started on that.
Dude, fucking Gambit was it had so much potential. Like I feel like it's one of those game modes that like it had like in theory like it would work out like really well, but execution I just don't think they had it. I think they had some ideas that were kind of solid, but I'm trying to think of ways they could probably fix it. Like instead of invading, maybe like I don't know, you like both I'm trying to like word it correctly, but like you and someone from the other side like both stay in a certain area, you both get teleported to like some random map or some like have you seen Call of Duty and they do like the super small maps? Yeah, do that for Destiny. You both get teleported in there. It's a 1v1. Whoever gets that 1v1, I don't know, you get automatic like 15 motes as soon as you spawn back in. I think that'd be fucking sick.
That would have been good. That would have been a good idea. Yeah.
Like and you can't use super and you can't use heavy.
What if it spawned you like back into the derelict, right? Where you like all 4 spawn, right? And then it'll like no, because then that you would have to put obstacles.
Like in the middle of the game, it's like, hey, you know what? I'm gonna like tap this certain area.
Yeah.
And it's like the other team only has like 30 seconds to get there before they can send someone over to go tap it. Send your best PvP player, go tap it. They both duel off, and then whoever wins wins, and then whoever wins comes back with automatic 15 motes.
I agree. Yeah, that would have been a good idea.
But
I could see that
just
happening.
Me though.
Yeah, no, but I could see that happening for sure.
I don't see it happening. I think they're gonna.
No, I mean, like I could see that happening. Like if they ever did implement that idea, like it could work.
What do you know what's going on right now with Destiny? Like Trials is quote unquote coming back.
So I haven't played Destiny for maybe a hot 5 weeks, maybe 4 weeks. I'm gonna put it low there, but.
If you don't know what's going on, that's fine.
You remember Saint 14, right?
Yeah.
Saint 14 is back. Right now they're basically trying to like there's kind of like an economy item called fractaline. And basically people are trying to collect as much fractaline as they can because there's like a community challenge in a sense. Or community objective where basically everyone has to bank as much fractaline as they can. I think right now we're at 3 million fractaline.
Oh, I thought we were like in the billions, but yeah.
Or it might be.
It could be. No, we're in the millions.
Is it millions? Okay. I could be wrong. We could be wrong. It could be billions. But basically, yeah, there's people are doing that right now, and that's leading into the next season. Like that objective will create the next season. Other than that, yeah, Trials is supposedly supposed to come back. I haven't heard too much about that, but yeah, that's about it for me.
I really don't think Trials should come back yet. I really feel like the PvP needs an overhaul and like a brand new face before Trials comes back. I think they just bring back trials back and expect like good things to come from it. I think that's just the wrong move.
Yeah. Well, I know they've been taking like data from like people who've been playing regular elimination, because elimination competitive is 3v3 again, right? So they've been taking data from that, I guess. And I hope it's good, good data for them to build upon that for Trials, and hopefully maybe they make changes, to
We've spoken enough on Destiny. I want to talk about okay. EA reaches out to both of us. They said, we're taking any ideas from anyone, but we're going to listen to you guys specifically because we're huge fans of the Paragone podcast. How do we fix Anthem?
Hypothetically.
How do we fix Anthem?
So I can't answer that one because I played a little bit of Anthem. The flying mechanic was like my favorite part of it. Right, but everything else, I know like pistols were like the best thing at some point in the beginning of the game. Other than that, I know nothing. But I think if like See, I know they were trying to build upon like having like their own engine, right? Using their own engine to create that world. But I know people were saying like it wasn't as like expansive as they thought it would be, right? It wasn't. It was pretty dull because you would just rerun certain missions over and over again. I mean, probably at this point they maybe have added more. And I can't
they
say
have
anything.
just done maintenance. They have not done anything to fix the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you know more about it?
A little bit more, but like a couple things I would fix is like I know the flying mechanic is kind of like their main main pull, but I want people to be very punished like for flying. If you're flying, like I want these enemies shooting or throwing shit at you, and like you have like it's a chance it'll hit you, and then if it hits you, then you can like spiral out of control and fucking, I don't know, break your neck on a rock or some shit.
That would be cool though. Like you have to like fix like in between, like, you know, if you're
you can't just be flying
right?
just straight away from combat. You have to be like trying to like get out of combat, and if you get hit, then like it's a huge like detriment to you. Or it's gonna take a bunch of your health, or maybe like, I don't know, some of your armor gets like knocked off, or some of you drop one of your weapons.
Yeah, I know
like,
there's like some creatures that would, or you know, mobs that would basically stun you out of the air and just drop you like a rock.
The scaling system, what was it, like the beginning gun that you got turned out to be like some of the best DPS in the game.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know how
that
got past like game testing. Like it is beyond me. Like I don't think I've heard of something like that in a long fucking time.
They just rushed the game way too much, and then they hyped it up too
much.
Yeah.
Whoa, but this game's been in development for like 5 years. What the fuck ever.
Still,
I think
rushed.
Fruit even said it's just like when they said development for 5 years, it was literally just a couple thoughts written on a fucking piece of scratch paper on someone else's desk. That's like, God, it's so fucking sad.
That sounds like it'd be a thing, yeah.
Everyone hyped this game up. So he was like, "Oh, this is the Destiny 2 killer. It's the Destiny 2 killer." It's like, I don't see it.
Oh yeah, and I hated just watching like YouTubers and hearing YouTubers saying like, "Yeah, this is gonna kill Destiny. It looks super dope. It looks better than Destiny and everything." I'm just like, but Destiny is tried and true. You can't get rid of it, and it's not gonna kill it. It's like, what was that? What was a Wonder game? Oh, a lot of people were saying like the Division was a Destiny 2 killer, or Warframe. Warframe was a D2 killer.
I don't think Warframe really had a fighting chance, because Warframe was already pre-existed Destiny.
And it was free, and it's still free to play. It's like what, been like for 10 years? No, 5 years? I can't. It's been a long. It's like 7 years maybe.
I still don't think like they would have like, were even trying to like, all right, this is gonna be like the new thing. But the Division, fortunately for the Division, they've actually been getting significant updates. But like the shitty thing about the Division and the Division 2 is they have super rough launches, super fucking rough every time. This is the one thing I don't understand about game devs sometimes. And like, I understand like your shareholders want like their money's worth. But like, if you're gonna shit out a project like I was gonna say D1 and D2, but I guess same could be said for both of those games.
Yeah, because it was just for money wise. Because like when Crota's End came out, the first DLC for D1,
Christ.
that was rough. It was just, here you go, small ass little thing, right? Little storyline, and then here's Crota's End, and that Crota's End had so many glitches, and even our friend Ultra.
Division 1 and 2, it's just like, everyone told me like, dude, don't get Division 1. It is fucking awful. And I think like what, 2-3 years later, they started adding like a bunch of DLC. Everyone's like, dude, fucking pick this game. It's almost like what happened to Titanfall 2. Everyone's like, dude, Titanfall 2 is fucking amazing. Actually, no, Titanfall never had that problem. Actually, launch, people were like, Titanfall 2 is amazing.
When we were in high school still, right? Titanfall came out, right? And it was just
the first Titanfall, yeah.
The first Titanfall came out, right? When we were in high school in like 2014. And it was amazing. Like the wall running was great.
Everyone hyped that one up. Hyped that one up to be the COD killer. I'm like, nothing's killing COD.
Yeah, I never said that or thought that, but I was just like, this is a separate game from that, you know?
Oh yeah.
And then I did start seeing like, hey, they're doing wall running over in Call of Duty now. because they saw the success for
to be fair,
Titanfall.
I never liked the wall running, only in Infinite Warfare, and that's the only other game that did it besides Black Ops 3. Controversial opinion, Black Ops 3 is a fucking shit COD. I think that's one of the worst CODs ever.
Enough said. Period right
But
there.
okay, wait. Taking a couple steps back though to Anthem. From what I've heard and from what I've seen, there just wasn't enough loot in the loot pool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the end game stuff was like pathetically bad. So I don't like, again, like the fact that some of this like made it through testing and like they thought this would be worth your time, and that's another thing that I heard from Cammy Cakes, the guy who got to play the open or the closed beta for Phantasy Star
2.
Phantasy Star Universe Online 2. That's like the full like title of the game. It's quite a mouthful.
Is it a Japanese?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why that explains the long ass name.
Yeah, it's probably like you could show like fucking all like in Japanese.
It could be. It could be a couple, like maybe like 3 words.
Oh, English language has like the most syllables like per word. It's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, he was saying like the more like the game like respects your time. Like if you want to put in your time and grind the game, like it will reward you for that. It's some of it is based on RNG, but like your chances like increase every time you do something. And the game is just not handing out like god tier weapons. I don't know, like again, Phantasy Star was such like a fun fucking game because like it was just always something to grind for, and it was just so fun. It's like Monster Hunter, but like better, honestly.
And I guess for you too, for the free version, like it resetting, it's like, hey, I get the grind for this shit again. Or maybe I go a different route next time, you know? Did you ever do that?
Not really. And actually, I have my PSP like in the corner, and I actually had a version of
but is it
Phantasy Star, but it was a story mode version, and that was actually pretty cool. I could barely, if you asked me to tell you the story, I could barely remember it to you. It's probably some basic ass save princess from evil super demon god. That's probably what it just boiled down to, but it was fucking cool nonetheless.
Hey, just a quick question. Would you put, did you ever play Titanfall 2?
I played it at my cousin's, but that was about it.
Well, I would say this for anyone who's watching. Titanfall 2 or Apex Legends? What do you think is better? In terms of like shooter, like would you rather have Battle Royale Titanfall or regular Titanfall? Just a question. Just a question.
Me and my friends would always like say it's like we would love like a Respawn-esque like Titanfall or Respawn-esque Apex, because I think that'd be fucking fun as shit.
Yeah. You mean like a Respawn? Oh, not okay. So Respawn is the developer of the game, but like you're talking about Respawn as in like respawning, like you die, you respawn. You don't. It's just a continuous.
So
it's team
like
deathmatch
COD or like a team deathmatch. So just like with obviously Apex Legends and with the guns and with the characters, but obviously that's pretty much Titanfall.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to have like character classes, right? Like how like Apex Legends.
It would pretty much be a hero shooter.
Yeah, hero shooter, right? FPS hero shooter, other than like Overwatch, not cartoony or anything. That'd be that'd be dope. I think that'd be cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see. Well, what like looter shooters did you want to talk about?
I went on a little rant about Phantasy Star, and that's kind of like where that ended. It's just like they had a closed beta for it. It lasted like a weekend, and everyone put in so much time. Everyone said it looked and felt great. There's a couple like world events that were pretty fucking cool. I think they said it's supposed to come spring of 2020, so I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
Again, it's gonna be a free game. I think you just have to like buy cosmetics, which is fine, a-okay with me.
Yeah, that makes sense for an MMO.
Then I just wanted to talk about really how I wanted to fix Anthem, because like I don't think that game can be revived. Most like the Division 2 and what's another one I was thinking of? Well, I guess Destiny's it's not dead, but it's kind of dead right now.
It's a weird spot right now. It's just kind of dry. But everyone loved Same 14 like for PvE, right? Story. The devs, Bungie, they did really well on that.
Sorry I'm yawning a lot, guys. It's also like 12
it's super late
a.m. and I also have work.
It's super late.
That's why this is going to be a bit of a shorter episode. But Anyway, but like I think like fucking Christ, what was that? I had an aneurysm right there. But there's some games that have been completely revived. Like I remember R6 was dead on launch.
Oh, yeah.
I remember
R6 is popping right now. It's still it's super good. Like for FPS, like strategic shooter, it is the best.
I kind of miss R6. R6 was pretty fucking fun.
Same.
Fucking shooting pistols right by your head and right by Matt's head, and then one of you accidentally moves and I accidentally cap one of you guys. Oh my god, that shit used to fucking.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about that anymore because it caps you instead.
Even in competitive? I thought in competitive you died.
Think so. I think it's been a while since I played, but last time I played, you shoot a teammate, you kill yourself. Yeah.
Seems fair.
Yeah, but yeah, I miss R6. It's been pretty good. I think there's gonna be a new season, new operators coming soon too. I think within this month, probably. But it is already 40 minutes into our.
We're already 40 minutes in.
We're already 40 minutes in. So.
I thought we were only 20.
So I think we've talked enough for now for this episode. I hope all of you guys have a good night, good morning, good afternoon, wherever the fudge you guys are. And thank you for listening to our dumbasses and to listening to our shenanigans tonight.
Be sure to follow us on on our Twitch streams at twitch.tv/wooshu11 and at twitch.tv/the_broman, broman with 2 N's, by the way. Links will be down in the description. Like, comment, subscribe. We are trying to get the podcast on Spotify and some other places, but that's slowly to come. But for the most part, they're mostly going to be on YouTube. This episode is coming out on Friday.
Possibly, we'll see.
This is coming out on Valentine's Day. We didn't talk about Valentine's Day whatsoever.
I'm single. Whatever.
I'm not single. I guess there's not really much to talk about for Valentine's Day when it comes to us, the group as a whole.
I've had an 8 years relationship. I need a break, and I'm enjoying single life as of right now. I even have how convenient, I have a pink lighting. But I'm just gonna in here enjoying myself with my invisible other waifu. I don't fucking know. I'll insert lay waifu here.
What waifu are you gonna pick though? That's the real question. Let it be a surprise. I want to be surprised.
Roman surprised.
It's me when I dressed up as a chick for fucking senior Switch Day. Okay, guys. So that's gonna wrap it up for the podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys. Damn, that was it. I don't know what to go on from there. Have a good one, everyone. Good night.
Please like, comment, subscribe.
Whatever Woo said earlier. What do you say? Good morning, good night, good afternoon, wherever the hell fudge you are.
Pretty much, yeah. So I go.
Yeah.
Good morning. Have a good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening. Wherever the fudge you guys. I actually got that from. There was a very old. Just real quick. There was a very.
I was like, you've seen me end my streams like, all right, good night, fuckers. Just end stream.
No, so I got that from an old TV broadcaster from like the 1950s. And I forgot his name, but I'll look it up later. But I got it from him, and I love that because he was just very humble about it all.
Boo.